So this holiday season, you ate well, and you've got the proof. 20 extra pounds of winter weight. Or maybe you're a bit on the shorter side, well under 6 foot, and you want to look taller. Gents, wearing clothing that makes you look taller and leaner can improve the look of any silhouette. Tip number one, when you can wear a jacket, wear a jacket. Why? It builds up the shoulders. By building up your shoulders, it gives you the appearance of looking taller. Next up, know how to wear that jacket properly. So when you stand up, always button the front of the jacket and make sure it fits your body right. An overly sized jacket, a bulky, big jacket is not going to look good on you. Now, I talk about jackets a lot, sports jackets, suit jackets, blazer jackets, but you don't always have to wear a formal jacket. You can go down to a more casual jacket. Right here, I've got a suede jacket in a unique color. This is going to draw attention to the torso, to the chest, and it's going to basically create more of a silhouette on the shoulder points. That's what we're looking to do to build up the shoulders, to slim up the torso. Now, talking about building up the chest, that's why I like little details like this. We've got these pockets right here, these zippers right here, very small details, but these lines going across, they draw attention to the chest area and they build it up. Make sure you pay attention to the style. So there are all types of leather jackets out there. Right here, the classic motorcycle jacket. You've seen it many times. The issue with this jacket is it's bulky. Look at the layers of leather right in there. And again, on a slimmer silhouette, on a guy that's overly tall, this is going to work fine. But for a shorter guy, for a guy that's got a bit of weight, this bulkiness in the build and the design of the jacket can actually make him look even bigger. That's why I recommend maybe going for a classic style like this, which just has slimmer lines, they go up and down versus having that extra bulk. Now, another quick hack to look taller is to make sure you get the right jacket length. This depends on the style of the jacket. So a sports jacket like this, I want it to go just at the bottom curvature of the buttocks. If you go longer, especially if you're 5'2", 5'3", that jacket is just going to overwhelm you. It's going to look too long. Now, what about other types of jackets, like that leather jacket? It depends on the style, but most leather jackets are made to basically hug the waistline. If you buy a leather jacket, but it goes too long, it covers the buttocks, this style will look bad, and it just, again, looks like you're getting swallowed up by that jacket. It's going to make you look shorter. The next hack to looking taller and leaner is to make sure the items in your wardrobe are tailored to work with each other. Perfect example, sleeve length. So your shirt sleeve length and your jacket sleeve length, when they come together, you want to make sure that what we see here is about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. It just looks better. If you've got the jacket overly long, it hasn't been adjusted, all of a sudden it's going to cover the shirt. That's going to make it look like the jacket's overly sized. If the shirt comes out 1 inch to 1.5 inches, all of a sudden it's just going to look like the jacket sleeves are cut too short. Now, gents, you've heard me say this hundreds of times. Fit is king. If you're wearing bulky clothing, baggy clothing, this is not going to look good on you. Now, if you've already got an entire wardrobe of bulky, oversized clothing, I would recommend you take it to a tailor, try to get it adjusted. But one of the best things you can do if you're just getting started is to buy clothing that actually fits you. One of the best ways to do this, buy custom pieces. Now, immediately, a lot of you guys are saying, oh, that's way outside of my budget. Guys, have you checked out Tailor Store? They're the sponsor of today's video, and they make amazing custom shirts at a fair price. Now, gents, if you guys know my background, I used to own a custom clothier. I've designed over 1,000 shirts, and I have very high, strict standards when it comes to clothiers I work with. Tailor Store is by far one of the best shirt manufacturers I've ever seen. So let's talk about measurements. This is a huge barrier to guys trying out custom clothing. They don't want to go through the hassle of getting 40 different measurements. Tailor Store has made this simple. With the Tailor Store Size Me app, all you do is download the app. You then take your phone and you lean it against a wall. You take a picture. That's it, guys. You enter your weight, you enter your height, and they will build a shirt off of this information. And if you're worried about it not fitting you, they've got their perfect fit guarantee. So if you get a shirt and it's just off, there's something that's maybe a little bit too baggy, a little bit too tight in a certain area, guys, just simply ask them to remake the shirt and they'll do it. Next up, let's talk about all the details with the shirt. So one of the first things I look at is the inside of the shirt. I want to look at the stitching. I want to look at the way they attach the buttons, because if they paid attention to those details, you know that it's a quality shirt. Guys, they knocked it out of the park. The buttons are of great quality. The way they stitch on the buttons, spot on. And they've got luxury fabrics. They've got entry-level fabrics. I love their customer service. I love when I order a shirt, they actually send me an email showing how my shirt is being made, keeping me up to date on the progress when I'm going to get the shirt. Check out Tailor Store. I'm linking to them down in the description with an amazing deal. Guys, on your first shirt, yes, 40% off if you're a returning customer, 20% off, but use that link. Use that deal. It's the best you're going to find out there. Next up, let's talk about your trousers. You've got to nail the hem. The hem is quarter break, half break, no break. What you don't want to have is full break, full break, full break, which is this right here. Yeah, a horrible look, guys. It just makes you look like you're wearing your older brother's pants. Avoid this. And then let's look at the leg line. I'm not saying you got to go skinny, but I am saying look to have it thinned. Look to have it brought in. Look to have it at least hemmed at the bottom so that you get a little bit more of a silhouette, a little bit more of a leaner look. If you go overly large here, really baggy, again, not a great look that we want to have. Next up, let's talk about the V-neck. And I'm not talking about the overly deep V-neck. No, that's for undershirts. What we're talking about here, V-necks when it comes to the t-shirt, a classic V-neck when it comes to your sweater, to any type of jumper that you're going to be wearing. So the V-neck, what does it do? It builds up the chest. It draws our attention in there. In general, they're a bit more casual, so don't think that you can wear a V-neck shirt to a situation in which you should be wearing a dress shirt, but it is something you could throw that V-neck sweater over the dress shirt, and it's going to build up the chest a bit more, draw attention to that area, and I think make you look slimmer and leaner. Next up, let's talk about monochromatic looks and lines. So the monochromatic look, you're probably familiar with. This is where you wear a similar colored top with the bottom. What we don't want to have here is for you being cut in half and us being drawn to the center area. So wearing a high contrast belt, probably not a good idea. Wearing white trousers with a black top or black bottoms with a white shirt, guys, not a good idea because again, we're going to be drawn to the contrast of the colors. Now, what if you want to wear a light colored shirt with dark trousers? Again, that's where you could throw over the dark jacket, or you could even bring in another quick option here, which is the vest. And again, if you're a slimmer, short guy, vests look amazing. All right, so let's talk horizontal lines. A lot of guys know, okay, I don't want to go for big lines going across, but that's a half truth because even if you're a bit shorter, yes, you can pull off lines going across. You just want to make sure they're higher up on the body. So maybe a t-shirt or a sweater with a pattern going across in the chest area, that's perfectly fine. But what you want to avoid are, again, repeating patterns going across or larger patterns. So a large window pane pattern, maybe that has a thicker chalk stripe, you'll want to avoid. But you can go for smaller repeating patterns that go across and down like a Glen check. That would be perfectly fine. This pattern right here, I think a guy can pull off. It's a bit more muted. Doesn't matter if you're 5'4", if you're 6'4". It really comes down to, guys, you understanding why these rules are there and then leveraging them to your advantage. And let's not forget about heels. Heels on a pair of dress shoes or even a pair of boots can easily add half an inch and a half to your height. Gonna make you look taller, gonna make you look leaner. And let's not forget hats. Hats do make you look taller. There's a classic study where they lined up all these guys, some of them wearing hats, some of them not wearing hats. They had to guess the height. Guess what? If you wore a hat, people thought you were 1.5 inches to almost 2 inches taller in general. Why? It's all about perception. Now, the big thing with hats is most guys aren't used to wearing them, but maybe you're used to wearing a ball cap. So why not level it up, start to wear a cap that's functional, something that keeps the sun off of your head. And of course, don't be afraid to stand up a bit taller to improve your posture. And if you're interested in that, check out this video right here where I teach you how to very quickly improve your posture. Yes, simply rolling your shoulders back and improving your posture can improve your perception of height and make you look leaner.